What is up, my fellow weird friends out there? We interrupt the April monthly tarot and astrology readings for all of the signs to bring you this. Oh my god, I cannot believe that I'm freaking doing this right now. It's crazy. Please just excuse any weird or cringiness shit that's going on with me because I'm just not good at this, you guys. Like, I'm just not good at this, okay? Okay, so hello, my weird friends out there, and welcome to my little corner of the internet. In this video, I wanted to give you a specific announcement that I cannot believe that I'm about to do. I've been working on it the last couple months and kind of going back and forth with it for even longer than that, but we are finally here. So basically, are you ready? I am starting a astrological divination course, which is basically a beginner astrology course. So the title of it is the Astrological Divination course because that is basically what astrology is. It is divining the sky. But I am setting it up to be specifically geared towards beginners. So this is basically going to be like a beginner's starter kit to learning the ancient practice and art, I would even argue, of astrology. By the end of this course, you will have a pretty good idea of how to look at things in astrology, how to even read charts and how to read your own chart and what different placements mean. Like, you will be in the astrology geek club all the way. You will know the lingo, but this is not going to be like a one and done thing. It is not a course that is designed for you to just take and then you can just start like practicing astrology professionally. I mean, I guess you could if you really wanted to. I mean, I'm kind of self-taught, like I didn't go to school for this or anything like that, disclaimer. But this is more so like, you could even say a workshop to understand astrology better, but course is just easier, so that's why it's called a course. So, but this is for anybody that is passionate about astrology, that wants to learn more about astrology, or that has been trying to learn about astrology but is having issues putting it all together or understanding every little thing. And so this is for you, whether you're a beginner or intermediate, you can get something out of this. Not to mention, if I do say so myself, I am pretty good and pretty talented, I guess you could say, at helping people learn in a very simplified and basic way. My communication style is very basic and simple, at least to me. Like, my son is in the third house, so that's just how I communicate. And so I'm pretty good at helping people learn and see different sides of different things, to simplify complex things and bring them down to an easy way. I have a ton of easy and simple techniques that you can do that will help you understand astrology that much easier, so it won't be this like complete shit show of chaos that seems very overwhelming and scary. I feel like I'm good with this because I'm not so professional about it. I mean, I'm serious about it in ways, like I'm very passionate about it and I do believe in it wholeheartedly. I do take it seriously, but I also like add me into it, into my own practice. And so I'm just comfortable with it, and I want to make it not so scary for other people as well. And so by the time this is over, you should be able to have a pretty good understanding of your chart, somebody else's chart, celebrities' charts, of different transits that are going on and how they're going to affect you, to predict certain themes and events in your life or in other people's lives. And yeah, I mean, we're going to really go into the archetypes, the patterns, and the meanings in astrology. So signups for this course start right now. And the course itself, the first class, is going to be coming out on April 7th. Now, this course is basically, for the most part, going to be taking place on my Patreon. Patreon is like another social media platform where you can offer exclusive content for monthly paid memberships. I have a Patreon. I have for years. This is where I've done all of my previous courses. When I did a course on tarot, I did my first course, Soulology, that was all about beginners, like spirituality for beginners and learning about tons of different spiritual topics, etc. It's just worked out in the past, so that's why I'm going to do it this time. And it's really cool because you pay monthly, so you're not paying like an ass load of money right up front. You know, no one's got time for that. I'm just very passionate about astrology and I want people to be able to learn. I feel like everybody should know a little bit of astrology anyway. So, but yeah, so the first class starts April 7th on my Patreon. Patreon's also good because you can cancel at any time. No like commitments, like you pay, you don't get a refund for what you paid for that month, but you can cancel if after a month you don't want to do it anymore, or your financial situation changes or something comes up. You know, that's what's really cool about Patreon, is like you don't have to commit for the whole entire course if that's not what you want to do. So I have one other option, and this is to pay for the course upfront, and the course upfront altogether would be $200, to where you don't have to pay monthly. You would get the whole course if you email me and let me know if that's what you want to do. If you're serious and you want to sign up for it, but you don't want to pay month to month, or sign up for Patreon, which is super easy anyway, but just in case, you can either look at my email down below or go to my website and go to my contact page and contact me, and we can work that out there. So you can still sign up after the course has started on April 7th, but you will have to backtrack and rewatch the videos. All of the class sessions will be recorded for people that are in different time zones or people that may not be able to make every class. I will say though, if you do miss a class or you do have to go back and watch one, to do that before the next class, because each class will come with certain assignments that you don't want to miss out on, and that can get really overwhelming if you miss just more than one class. Then you're trying to pack in a bunch of information, because each week will be geared towards learning something. Yes, there will be one class, but there will also be posts and other things going on, so you don't want to get too far behind by missing too many classes at once. So, but if you do live in like a different time zone and you can't make each class, or you can't make a lot of them, you can just watch them the next day. That way you're not falling too far behind. That way you're still kind of right there with us. So my time zone, by the way, is Eastern Standard Time. Classes will likely be, I'm probably going to keep them on Wednesday nights around 7:30 or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless the majority of people have an issue with that, then we can change it or play with it sometimes, but that's kind of what I'm thinking for right now. So we will have a class a week, plus some other things, post assignments and stuff like that, sometimes an extra live or an extra video, depending on which membership you sign up for. Which brings me to the next topic: how much is it? So if you sign up for Patreon, you actually have 3 different membership options and prices to choose from to fit your own unique kind of situation and financial situation, and also your educational desires, I guess you could say. Patreon charges once a month on the 1st. So pay attention to this, because if you do sign up after April 7th and you sign up, let's say, towards the end of the month, you will get charged again on the 1st. So Patreon always charges on the 1st, like charges on the day that you sign up and then on the following 1st. So do remember that. So you have 3 different tiers to choose from that receive the course on my Patreon. I have like a total of 6 tiers altogether, but the top 3 receive the course. Not to mention, if you sign up through Patreon, you will also receive other perks here and there that I do on Patreon that are separate from the astrology course. Some of those perks include ritual and spell ideas for new and full moons occasionally, also weekly horoscopes and pick a cards, also 1-question tarot readings as well once a month. And I also have, for the very top membership, 1-question astrology readings, like personal astrology readings. So I actually look at your chart to determine the answer of your question. So, okay, so these are the 3 payment plans that you have to choose from. And do remember, you can cancel or even change your payment plan anytime. The first one that receives access, which is the most affordable one, is the $15 monthly membership, super affordable. Which is called the Free Spirit tier, because on Patreon the memberships are called tiers. So the Free Spirit tier receives the basics of the course, so mainly like most of the classes, whereas the next 2 memberships or tiers will receive like all of the course plus some other things, and so that's kind of how I had to kind of set it up so everybody was getting their money's worth, I guess you could say. So the higher tiers were getting something for being higher tiers. So the $15 tier will still, take a lot of the course and also have access to all the other perks on Patreon. Like I said, spells and rituals, weekly horoscopes and pick a cards, and 1-question tarot readings once a month. So you will still receive all of that, which is really cool as well. Now, the next one is the $25 tier, which is the Magi, and this is the middle tier. It basically receives most of the course, the same part of the course that the last tier, the $15 tier, receives, but a little bit more. It will receive all classes, and then also some extra tidbits here and there, some extra lives, videos, discussions, posts, exercises, things like that. So it will learn a little bit more than the $15 membership will. And the $25 membership will receive access as well to all of the other perks on Patreon that I already named off for the $15 tier. So the spells, rituals, weekly stuff, and the one question tarot reading. Plus it will receive extra access to a private Facebook group dedicated to this astrological divination course, where we can all communicate as a group and keep in contact, and where there will be, you know, a lot of daily post and learning exercises each day to help you learn astrology even further, where you can share if you're having difficulty with something in the course, or where you can share your progress or how you're feeling, and just get to know a group of people that are also passionate about astrology. So the $25 tier receives access to that, where the $15 tier does not. So that's the main difference between those two so far, other than price. Then the last and highest tier that you can sign up for is the $40 a month tier, which receives the full shebang of the astrological divination course. It will receive everything to do with the course. It will receive extra learning materials and content, extra assignments, extra fun exercises, extra videos, so it will learn more than the other two memberships, and it will also do a lot of fun things. And also the $40 membership will get to, the people in that membership will get to use their own charts as examples in the course. So basically we will be using your chart and picking apart your chart if you're a part of that membership, if you're comfortable with that, obviously, which will help you understand your chart, because your chart's being used to help us learn, if that makes sense. So you basically get a free chart reading at different points throughout the whole entire course. If you are a $40 membership, at one time or another your chart will be read pretty detailed. You will understand your chart better through the $40 membership, which will help you also understand other people's charts better. You will also receive a one question astrology reading from me once a month, which is an extra Patreon perk that I had already had before this course came into being, which just contains one question a month. You can ask a question and I use your personal chart to answer your question based on your astrology, your chart, your transits, etc. And you will receive everything else that the other previous memberships receive on Patreon, like the spells and rituals and all of the other stuff. And you will also receive access to the private Facebook group as well, like with the $25 membership, to have a community of our course members there that are taking the astrological course. So also don't have a set end date for the course. I wanted to leave it open a little bit just in case anything happens and we need to take a little bit more time. If a lot of people are struggling with a certain something that we're learning, I wanted to give us a little bit of extra time just in case. But my estimate is likely between 4 to 6 months. So if you are serious about taking the course and you are serious about starting to learn astrology, then I would say to keep that in mind when you're signing up, you know, that it will be something that you would want to do for the next 4 to 6 months. Obviously, if you change your mind, you can cancel, like I said, but yeah, so that is basically everything, I think. Hopefully I didn't forget anything or leave anything out. If you have any questions at all, or if you're confused about anything, please comment down below. You can also reach out to me on Instagram or my email or my website, and I will gladly answer your questions. I will be posting the schedule for the course likely within the next few days. That way you know what the schedule will be like for a month, for the next month, and I will do that each month. You will get a schedule so you know what to expect and which days and times we'll be doing things and stuff like that. So anyways, let me know down below if you have any questions, if you're confused about anything, or if you need more clarification on anything, and if you will be joining this course, because we would love to have you. I just can't believe I'm like actually fucking teaching astrology, okay? Like shit. The course will probably be split into 3 to 4 sections. So the first section will be about the planets, the second one about the signs, and the third one about the houses, and then we'll probably have like a few weeks to a month of kind of going over them combined and how to kind of interpret them all together, and also maybe possibly some aspects as well. That, I think, is everything. Thank you guys so freaking much for all of your support, whether you're going to sign up and join us or not. Either way, we'd love to have you, and I think it's really cool because you can also meet a group or a community of other people that are also really passionate about astrology and are also on this journey with you, so you're not alone doing it. And yeah, so I will hopefully see you guys over on Patreon by the 7th, and if not, then I will see you guys here on my channel. Bye.